One of the most tragic and strange murders in Boston history occurred on June 23, 1996. Karina Holmer, a 20-year-old Swedish helper, disappeared outside a Boston nightclub at 3 o'clock in the morning. Karina Holmer was overjoyed after winning a $1,500 lottery ticket in Sweden. She used the money to relocate to the United States, where she found work as an au pair or helper in Boston. Karina had been working for 4 months as a helper for Frank Rapp and Susan Nichter, a Dover couple with 2 children. It was a typical Friday on June 21, 1996. Karina and her friends visited Zanzibar nightclub. Karina, who was 20 at the time, used a fake ID to fool the guards into believing she was 21. Nobody knows what happened to Karina after she entered the club. She left around 3 a.m. She became heavily intoxicated and became separated from her friends. Allegedly, Karina tried to find her friends for a little while, but then left the club. Who she met after that is unknown. 2 days later, when a homeless man was rummaging through a trash bin, he found something absolutely horrifying. The torso of a woman's body had been thrown in the trash bin. The body was soon identified as Karina, and the police decided to search through her employer's house. Nothing of interest was found, except for a trash can that had been lit on fire. The ashes were examined, but there was nothing that indicated that the ashes contained anything that had to do with the murder of Karina. According to the investigators, Karina's body was cut in half, and it appeared to be the work of an expert. The most heartbreaking aspect of Karina's heinous murder is that her lower half has never been found. A few evidence recovered from the scene were partial fingerprint found in the garbage bag in which Karina's body was discovered, as well as rope marks on her neck, indicating that she was strangled to death before being dismembered. Witnesses were questioned as police tried to find leads in the shocking case. Herbert Whitten, who was seen on CCTV talking to Karina the night she disappeared. He committed suicide just a year later, but police ruled him out as a murder suspect after a speeding ticket put him elsewhere, at the approximate time of the crime. Another witness was a man, who said that she saw Karina sitting in a car, with 2 men shortly before she vanished. Juan Polo, the homeless man, was seen outside of Zanzibar dancing with Karina Holmer while intoxicated. He is investigated because he found the body, and he was one of the last people seen with her. They also questioned him to see what else he saw that night. Frank Rapp, former employer of Karina Holmer. During investigation, the nanny he employed had made some negative comments about him, which led him to become uncooperative with the cops. Many believe that he did kill Karina, as she knew something he was hiding. People believe his wife Susan Nichter also knew, but that he was the one who actually did it. She also wrote to family and friends few weeks before her death that something terrible had happened, and that she would reveal more when she comes home. Despite an exhaustive investigation, the brutal murder of Karina Holmer still remains unsolved. The rest of her remains have never been found. It's still missing after 2 decades. This murder is similar to that of Elizabeth Short, aka Black Dahlia, whose body was also discovered in a random location.